Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Wrestling Challenge review series for the 27th of September 1986. And this is a obviously new series for us. Don't know how far we're going to get. I would like to get maybe 20, 30 episodes in. The network only has about a dozen or so. So we're going to have to use other sources. But anyway, Koko Ware and the Gladiator. Gladiator is Rick Hunter under a mask. We've seen Hunter before on this program, I think, in previous weeks, and I don't know why he wears a mask. Maybe it's to give him extra validity and not look the same on um, area. But Koko Ware, new to the territory in the months previous to this, hits a couple hip tosses. They do the international spot. Koko up and over. Koko, amazing speed. I think Koko Ware, to me personally, is underrated in that he's here from 86 to about 94 or so, and always kind of in the mix in one way or another. Deep arm drags by Ware. Ware managing to get things going. Hold on to the armbar and gets tackled pretty quickly. Hunter again tries to block, and Ware takes him over with another hip toss. Hunter backs off. Really good enhancement talent stuff here by Rick Hunter, and Koko hooks on the arm, stays on the arm for a couple of minutes, pretty assertively there, and then Koko manages to keep things going. Swinging neck breaker by Koko, and Koko dancing the bird as he often does, hits the bird buster, which is what Gorilla Monsoon calls it. And of course, this is the beginning of a beautiful era, otherwise known as the Heenan Monsoon era. Wrestler rebuttal, Iron Sheik and Volkov talking with Slick, their new manager, about how they've been discriminated against for a couple of minutes. I mean, that's a pretty big thing. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff against Luscious Brown. Don't know much about Luscious Brown or why he gets such a name, but Orndorff coming out with Hogan's music, the Real American theme song, claiming it was written for him. Orndorff, of course, managed by Bobby Heenan, turning heel just a few months before, something like that. Not terribly exciting for fans in terms of his turn, because I mean he basically turned at WrestleMania 1, right after WrestleMania 1, does about less than a year, well, actually more than a year, probably about 18 months as a babyface, and goes back heel here to get a run on top with Hogan. Orndorff manages to, and he's coming off the big event in Toronto, Canada, in August of the same year, so about just about a month, maybe 6 weeks before. Brown looks pretty good here, but a stun gun style maneuver by Orndorff gets things going back, and Bobby Heenan with a big grin on his face over that piece of business. Anyway, Orndorff sends his adversary to the outside. Heenan attempted to take a cheap shot, and I think he does. Back in, Orndorff has a few more offensive maneuvers before hitting the pile driver and being done. Ricky Steamboat wants revenge on Jake Roberts, does a good inset promo on how Roberts has had many advantages to being here in the area, and kind of comes in doing a lot of major stuff, and it's a big deal. Steamboat basically says he wants to drop Jake Roberts on the cement floor, as Roberts had done a few months prior on Saturday night's main event with the DDT. So basically, Steamboat advocating a tit for tat response. Honky Tonk Man, I think, making his debut, certainly making his Wrestling Challenge debut, might be his WWF debut, as a babyface against Terry Gibbs. He's touching hands with fans and being excited about being a babyface, which is just weird, wearing suspenders and all. Also weird. Hard shots by the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man up and around. Hogan endorses the Honky Tonk Man in an inset promo, which is just super bizarre. Gibbs out of the way of a splash in the corner. Honky Tonk Man, several shots right under the chin, and a big body slam by the Honky Tonk Man. Drops the elbow across his adversary. 1, 2, gives out the front, out the back door. Gibbs goes to the top rope, which is weird for Terry Gibbs. Honky sends him flying off the top, and boom, boom, boom. There we go. Irish whip by the Honky Tonk Man, and a big backdrop by HTM. Honky Tonk not exactly thrilled about some of the challenges associated with everything that's here. Manages to go to the top rope himself. Hits a diving fist drop a la Jerry Lawler about 3/4 of the way across the ring. Has not found the shake, rattle, and roll yet, which is just interesting to see. Lanny Poffo talks about the Special Olympics in an inset promo, a local area promo, and basically endorses their right to freedom, their right to athletics, and all of that. Really classy thing. Poffo, one of the guys that I'd really love to interview for this channel at some point, would like to make that happen in 2021, and that would be really kind of cool because he's one of my influences in terms of guys that I've remembered from childhood that maybe want to get into business. Anyway, then we move to Butch Reed, who's come off of being in Mid-South, against Mike Kelly, which is the second enhancement talent name of the man later known as Shane Douglas. So if you see Mike Kelly in the results, you're actually looking at a very, very young Shane Douglas. Butch Reed here, managed by Slick, relatively new in the territory. I think he's been here a couple of months, and Reed uses some power moves. Majority of the time, Reed has been in the world, in the Mid-South area, and if you're new, we've got over 150 Mid-South, over 320 world class. As you see, we're building a library here of primarily, hopefully, old school stuff. Got to do the new school stuff too, get the new fans, but like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And also, if you're looking for life and business coaching, go to my main channel, Golden Opportunities Coaching. That's helpful too. Anyway, Reed manages to hit almost like a sidewalk slam type maneuver before stomping down on Mr. Kelly. Pulls the man up off the mat, kind of in a egotistical / embarrassing moment, and chokes the man, double choke around the throat, and pretty impressive, aggressive there. Gut buster across the knee, and that's how Reed gets the victory. Sika and the Wizard in the middle of the jungles of Samoa. I'm not too sure that the jungles of Samoa are a thing, but they are here. Then we go to our main event match, Sheik and Volkov against the British Bulldogs. I believe this is a non-title affair. Sheik and Volkov now managed by Slick, and Sheik and Volkov, of course, former tag team champions from about a year before. Fred Blassie's still out with them, but kind of endorsing Slick. Hasn't fully transitioned away from them. Maybe does the next TV taping or so, because it's around this time that Slick takes over and Blassie fades out after several years of service. Anyway, the Bulldogs and the team of Sheik and Volkov, a pretty big deal at this time. Of course, Sheik also a former World Wrestling Federation champion. Think about this. Less than 4 years before, Sheik had his little over a month run with the championship, or a little, just about a month between Sheik winning from Backlund and the transition to Hulk Hogan in the Hulk Hogan era. Bulldog in the ring, Davey Boy Smith, and hits a hip toss on the Iron Sheik. They go all the way around for several minutes. Big power slam, or actually body slam by Davey Boy, and they bounce the man back and forth. Dynamite Kid comes in, catches the foot of the Sheik, and ultimately turns him around, inverted atomic drop, and even here, even in 1986, you can see the overdeveloped figure of the Dynamite Kid with the steroids and all that. Hard shots by the Sheik when the Dynamite Kid ducks the head, big back body drop. Sheik spits on his opponent and makes a tag. Tag off to Volkov. Volkov comes in, tries to get an advantage, hits the knee to the kitchen sink knee, and again Volkov manages to keep in control for a little bit here. Snap suplex by Dynamite Kid, big back body drop, and Dynamite Kid actually clears house for a couple of minutes. The British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith comes back in, hits a snap suplex of his own, and he's cleaning house a bit. Gets the running power slam that he becomes later known for as both a single star and in other tag teams. 1, 2, and only a 2 count as Volkov comes back in, tag off to the Dynamite Kid again. And this is, I mean, for the WWF in 1986, this is a pretty competitive match. Notice that in all of the Wrestling Challenge stuff from 86 to 95, I think there's one title match in all of that. A trip, though, by the Slickster from the outside gives the team of Sheik and Volkov a non-title victory over the British Bulldogs, and that's that. Sheik talks about the management skills in an interview. To close the program of the Slickster, endorses Slick as an honorable man of great value, and that will close us for September 1986. As mentioned, we've got over 1,000 audios in a variety of topics. Please check them out. Subscribe, like, comment, do all that stuff below. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.